feel the memories mixed with laughter and some tears too. Times has been so good, sometimes too good, and some bad too. But the story is, emanazione così l'amore. At the end of the day, emanazione così l'amore. At the end of it all, I'm still smiling. It is my day. Give me some wings, so I'll fly away. Been counting all the good things, only the good things. That's what matters. At the end of the day, emanazione così l'amore. At the end of it all, I'm still smiling. I feel the memories mixed with laughter and some tears too. Times has been so good, sometimes too good, and some bad too. But the story is, emanazione così l'amore. At the end of the day, emanazione così l'amore. At the end of it all, I'm still smiling. It is my day. Give me some wings, so I'll fly away. Been counting all the good things, only the good things. That's what matters. Emanazione così l'amore. At the end of the day,
Without wasting much time, I would like to introduce some special guests in our midst, and would like to invite some to the high table. Please let's put our hands together as I invite Mrs. Omotayo Omotosho, MFR, former DG, Nigerian Tourism Development Corporation. Mrs. Oluwayemi Ogun, Chairman, Planning Committee, Women in Governance Summit. Let's put our hands together for her, please. Barrister Mrs. Bridget Gold, the Vice Chairman, Women in Governance Summit. Mr. Olufemi Gold of the Association of Corporate Governance Professionals of Nigeria. Mrs. Shiaba, Airport Manager, is Brussels Mohammed International Airport. Is she around, please? Okay. Mrs. Ade Adeyemo, Executive Secretary, Law Reform Commission. Okay. Professor Bridget Motunde Sokan, Chief Executive, Royal Strings Consulting. Is she here, please? Let's put our hands together for her. I would like to also appreciate the presence of some people here today. Mrs. Pipilomo Olusegun, Secretary of Planning Committee. I'm sure she's very well. Women Governance.
The Commissioner for Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation Lagos State, who will soon join us. Our keynote speakers, the first of them, Mr. Omotayo Omotosho, MFR, the welcome one. Lady Azuka Azinge, Mrs. Lovett Ugungu Onanuga, and Dr. Rotimi Kuka. You are all welcome to this auspicious occasion. All presenters and erudite discussants, representatives of international bodies are present, distinguished guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you most cordially at the WIGS 2018. This event is a culmination of an enormous collective effort which began last year. This is the second WIGS conference. The first one was last year. As in the words of Manley K. Albright, the world is wasting a precious resource today. Tens of thousands of talented women stand ready to use their professional expertise in public life. At the same time, they are dramatically underrepresented in positions of leadership around the world. So why are we talking about women? Why do we single women out? We know that when women are empowered as leaders, countries experience higher standards of living, and positive developments can be seen in education, infrastructure, and health. Women's participation positively affects communities, legislatures, political parties, and citizens' lives, and helps democracy deliver. Several studies show that women's political participation results in tangible gains for democratic governance, including greater responsiveness to citizens' needs, increased cooperation across religious and ethnic lines, and more sustainable peace. All these areas are relevant to the promotion of gender equality and the empowerment of women. Gender mainstreaming requires attention to the different impacts of governance programming on men and women. How legislation or government norms might affect men and women differently and might perpetuate disparities between them is important to consider as programs are implemented. Moreover, the opportunities and constraints to developing equitable legislation and gender-sensitive budgets need to be discussed with those involved in governance programs. Programs that specifically promote women's participation in each of these areas of governance are critical for better response to citizen needs and narrowing the gap that exists in all societies between women and men in terms of access to resources, decision-making authority, and political power. Gender mainstreaming in governance programs ensures equality at all levels in research, legislation, policy development, and program activities. It also helps to ensure that women as well as men shape, participate in, and gain from these activities. Diverse from day-to-day political realities in which male leaders dominate, they do not succeed in changing these dynamics. Programs to support women's participation should instead be an important component of a comprehensive strategy to build democracy and improve governance. It is my hope that based on the serious consideration of the various options open to this summit, we will reach an agreement that will lead to a further strengthening of the role of women in the boardroom and other service areas for further contributions to the national development. I would like to end by expressing my best wishes for a most rewarding summit, and I await your conclusions and recommendations with much interest, since I am sure they will contribute greatly to the most appreciated effort to ensuring that women take their rightful position in the scheme of things as a prerequisite for economic sustainability and stability. Thank you, and you are most welcome.
It's 50-50 by 2030. Gender equality, 50% men, 50% women in government. And the possibility of that happening is the basis why we're here. The chairman of the planning committee said something very vital, and I'm going to summarize it with what she said. She said, when a woman is empowered, every aspect of life is affected, and that is true. It is not just affected, but positively affected and impacted. Because we know women are change agents, and it is mandatory and it's urgent, extremely needful for us to take our places in governance. I want to congratulate the Association of Corporate Governance Professionals of Nigeria for hosting this second Women in Governance Summit, the organizing committee, and of course the president of the association, and all the members. This topic for this year's conference is so relevant and is so appropriate. Women in governance. If you look at the national population, you will discover that women and children constitute a large percentage of the population of Nigeria. But when it comes to representation in public office, either by elective positions or appointments, women are grossly underrepresented. This is not peculiar to Nigeria alone, it's a global phenomenon. As I'm talking, the result of the media election for the United States has just been released. And just as we're on our way here, I got videos of women that made it either to the Congress or as state governors. representation of women is grossly underrepresented. I believe the keynote speaker will do justice to the paper that she's going to deliver, and then we can start to take, conscious efforts as to how do we make our voice heard. We need to make noise. We need to demand from government a fair representation. And I'm glad that the association have a long-term plan, 2030. We have 12 years. So we can actually draw up a short-term, a medium-term, and a long-term, goals. What do we want to achieve? How do we make the voices of women loud enough to command or to demand attention of government? That is very, very pertinent, and I believe we shall be looking at that in the course of this lecture. But it starts from the very, very foundational stage. Exposure of women to educational opportunities. I'm a professor of education from the University of Ibadan, and I've also been privileged to work for government at the federal level. And universal basic education was my first stint with government. I know that the girl child is still grossly underrepresented when it comes to equal opportunities. Now we are talking of Sustainable Development Program 2030. I pray that with the agitation from professional associations, from women empowerment groups, and from women in position of authority, we will be able to meet those agendas. How do we make wealth? Because the conference said I should be talking about that. That's not the key objective of this, but I believe it's also affiliated, directly or indirectly related. When we are given opportunities to prove our mettle, we, of course, we not only make wealth, we command influence. We command influence. You make wealth if you are sensitive enough to discern opportunities, to discern what gaps are there, and you plug it. That's how you make wealth. I want to thank you very much for coming. I believe that we're going to have an interesting time today. You're welcome. Thank you very much.
We're going to call on someone in education, and then we have two people that are going to say one or two things. I'll start with Mrs. Funke Adeshola. She's actually the proprietress of Theodore International Schools, and she's going to give us a brief about the challenges of educating the girl child, preparing her for governance. Let's put our hands together for her.
First, the organizers of this program, and particularly the person that invited me to this program. I want to really appreciate her and thank God for what God is doing through her. We discovered that we are in the world, in this part of the world, Nigeria, and then Africa generally, in quote, some still don't believe. Some fathers, I would say, who are not that exposed, still don't believe in educating the girl child. They believe that the man is the one that will continue the name. It's really the family name, the lineage. And the girl will probably eventually get married to another man, and then the degree is kept under the carpet. And we see this occurring even in our generation. That several women, after they left school, probably after they graduated, they end up getting married. Some get married from school, some have to stop along the line, and maybe probably later continue their education. Because they believe now they're giving birth to children, and they need to take care of the home front, they need to take care of the family. And so, when some men see this, probably, maybe because of that, they feel that it's more important to put their fortunes on the boy child other than the girl child. So I want to pose a challenge to all of us seated here today, who are, the women wing, that we should challenge those that are around us, challenge the little girl that is growing up, so that they drive the passion within them. Like I was sharing with someone yesterday, that you need to believe in yourself. I was actually sharing with myself. I said, you need to believe in yourself. Don't let people make you probably what you are not. And don't let people divert what you believe in. Believe that you can do it, and you will do it. Just believe that you are unstoppable. And so the same goes for the girl child. We need to make them understand that that's common knowledge, that what a man can do, a woman can do better. And that is what is happening in a generation. I mean, when I was reading about the ambition of Sekwesili trying going for the presidential race or whatever, I was glad in my heart that at last we have someone who can boldly step out and disclose profile and everything. And this is someone that we know so much about. So also from when they are growing, when they are born, we need to let them know, we need to let them realize that what this boy can do, what this man can do, I can do it also, and even do it better. So it all depends on us. It all depends on the awareness that we create from the one that we have in our house, from the one we have in our various communities, the one we have around us, whether you're a Christian or a Muslim. Everyone around you, you need to let that girl child believe in herself, that she can actually do it and get to wherever any boy that is of the same age or even a higher level or lower one can get to. Thank you.
Understand this morning that when you educate the girl child, the sky is not her limit. She can compete favorably with the opposite sex, and she will not be intimidated to govern and take her place of dominance. Please let's put our hands again together for her. We're going to listen to someone who is versatile in the field. She is making great impact also in the educational arena. Professor Grace Okoli, she's the Dean, Faculty of Health Science, National Open University. Let's put our hands together for her. As she talks about women taking their place of pregnant, even as the reference in 2019 elections. Put your hands together for her, please.
Beautiful occasion where women are gathered to energize us, to encourage us, to let us know that this world belongs to all, but making us also to know that we should seek our rights, to right the wrongs in the governance of the nation. Because when you train a woman, you are training a nation. And when a woman gets anything good, she shares with her family. A man can get and keep to himself. But when a woman gets, she makes it reach everybody. I want to talk on women actively taking roles of governance and actively going into governance. It starts from childhood. Mothers, when we have our children, we make sure we train them well, bringing them up to know that they don't just come to this world just to pass through it, but to make impact, to contribute our method to what we can do for our nation by trying to inculcate good manners into our children, especially the girl child. And when we teach them good manners from childhood and make them to toe the right path, looking into what they do at all times, the child begins to grow in that line. And you see that when that child gets to the primary school, she makes sure that she puts into practice all what the mother tells her, to work hard, take her education seriously, and build herself up. And this continues with her to secondary school because of the foundation she already has from home. And when she gets to the secondary school, she doesn't just see herself as passing through or thinking that she has come to school to please her parents, but that she has come to make herself for her future and for the future of whatever home she will go into and other people, other children she will meet on her way. You see that child struggling to make it. And when the child leaves that place and gets into the university, the same thing happens. And those that do not find the opportunity to still go further, they can still contribute their mentor. You see them because they already have strong foundation from parents. They continue to struggle in the way they find themselves. Leaders we have today in the world, not all of them are very educated, but that's inborn, that's upbringing from home makes her to continue to shine, makes her to continue to, press forward. The parents at the younger age should teach our children not to really be shy or shy away from responsibilities. Now, you see that when that child grows up, she will go into the right path of trying to look into what is happening in the nation and finding the way she can come in and do right. Now, women in governance, when we try to make ourselves get involved, rather than sitting at home or having a lackadaisical attitude to our environment, we try to see what we can do. We look into what is going around and we get involved with the right organization, and then we move on to take part in the procedures of what is happening and how to contribute positively to the organizations that we find ourselves, and refuse to be bullied by the men that we meet on our ways, refusing to yield to unsocial or unpalatable vices just to make sure that we get to somewhere in life. But making ourselves accountable in whatever we find ourselves to do. Accountable in the office, towing the right path, being honest, doing what is right. And if we are giving any office to govern, we make sure that we keep ourselves upright. We don't cut corners. We don't involve in trying to run down the office, trying to make things the easy way, but following due process, following rules and regulations, so that we handle the place we are given in the right way. And by the time we leave office, we have set the place upright, and we have made our impact in growing, making that place to establish and grow properly. Now, you see that what we have in Nigeria now, if men are dominating, we leave ourselves not wanting to partake, shying away, because sometimes we are afraid of death, or afraid of being bullied, or afraid of the unknown. But when we take the bulls by the horn, when we believe in ourselves that we can do it, we keep going. And it is the way we comport ourselves and look forward, telling ourselves that we can succeed. You see that you get going.